Hi, everyone. So, the Arkansas Alumni Association and Dean McCabe and Mark Power, we're all here to talk about the United Way campaign. And it's a great initiative that we work with. Christina Hinds from the United Way campaign is here with us. And we're going to go ahead and start it. So, Dean McCabe, do you want to go ahead and start?
Sure, I'm happy to. Thank you so much, Yusra, and thanks for making today happen. I'd like to welcome everyone and thank them too for spending some time to learn a little bit more about the importance of United Way in Northwest Arkansas, and also join us on today, October 1st, our kickoff day. So always, I want to start with gratitude. Thank you to the Alumni Association. Thank you to Mark Powers for being here. And to his whole team, and the United Way and Christina Hinds and her team, really terrific. And of course, great thanks to my dean colleague, Deacue Fields, who's my co-chair this year. He can't be with us today, but I know he's with us in terms of the campaign and wanting to support it. So let's go ahead and get started. I just want to say a few words about, reflecting this morning on 86 years of partnership between the United Way and the university is really remarkable. And I think about all the people who have come before me. I'm new to Northwest Arkansas, but over the course of 86 years have contributed to the strength of our community and supporting children, youth, and families who may not have the resources to access the skills and the things that will make them successful in life here. So with I think I was going to tease Deacue Fields about our video debut, but what I would like to do now is show you a little bit of video and visual information about the United Way campaign this year. So if we can go ahead with the video. Just bear with us, everybody, while we get that tech running. And there.
Hi, I'm Margaret McCabe, Dean of the School of Law here at the University of Arkansas. I'm proud to be serving as co-chair of the United Way campaign this year on campus in 2020.
Hi, I'm Deacue Fields, Dean of the Dale Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences, and also happy to be serving as co-chair of the United Way campaign this year.
Deacue, I moved here a couple years ago, and I'm amazed at our community, both here in the university and in Northwest Arkansas. It's really an amazing place. But something that's surprising to me too is despite our prosperity and so much of the growth here in Northwest Arkansas, we also have a lot of families in need.
Yes, so we moved here a couple years ago as well, and quickly settled in and became part of the community, and really have had a good time adjusting to Northwest Arkansas. And no matter where you are, friends, neighbors, co-workers, others are facing struggles and challenges in our community, and that's where the United Way steps in. Whether it's families, children, or teens, programs like workforce readiness, education, out-of-school help, or general support, campaign donations from the United Way can reach those who are in need.
That's so true. And now a whole new set of challenges with COVID-19. And what's amazing to me is the United Way has really adapted to meet those needs. They've supported programming already this year, healthy food for children, even though they've been out of school, as well as families and the elderly. Also childcare for workforce, those essential workers that have really kept us running here in Northwest Arkansas. And they've even provided PPE for healthcare workers. So really impressive work.
Yeah, well, now more than ever, the United Way needs your support, needs to help those in our region. We hope that you give to the university the annual United Way campaign this year.
Great, and here are a few ways your gift can really help impact friends, families, and children in Northwest Arkansas.
United Way of Northwest Arkansas. We have a way that is needed by our communities now more than ever before. Our United Way brings together the collective power of resources for solving deep-rooted problems to achieve results that no one partner can achieve on its own. Together, in a year, we help with more than 25,000 statewide requests for health and human services through the 211 helpline. We provide direct relief to individuals and organizations left vulnerable by the COVID-19 pandemic. We invest over $2 million into programs that provide a roadmap to prosperity for Northwest Arkansas children and families. And because of that funding, nearly 2,000 children are taking part in United Way Northwest Arkansas quality out-of-school time funded programs. 500 students are in programs designed to develop self-sufficiency. And nearly 3,000 children are participating in Parents as First Teachers programs to enhance school readiness. That's the difference we make. Donate now, because together we are united for Northwest Arkansas.
I hope you enjoyed that short video, and it gave you an introduction into the many things and the many ways that United Way impacts our community. So before we jump into that in more detail, I wanted to ask Mark to say a few words about one of the things that I know he lives and breathes, which is the why of giving and what it says about community as a broad concept. So Mark, I turn it over to you.
Thank you, Dean McCabe. I appreciate it very much. And I want to thank you and Dean Fields as well for your leadership with the United Way this year. I'm very excited about the impact that we'll be able to make here on campus. And I want to offer my thanks to Christina with the United Way. She does a great job day in and day out for the United Way. And then recognize Yusra and Eric Pipkin, who are the advancement coordinators for United Way this year. Really appreciate them and their leadership as well. You know, I have been working in fundraising now for over 22 years, and it's been all in the state of Arkansas. Prior to coming to the university, I worked with the American Cancer Society in Little Rock. And I tell you, one thing that has always stayed with me and gives me the reason why every day I get up and come do this work is because this state knows what it means to be in need. I think we all understand that, and I've been able to witness it not only throughout Northwest Arkansas, but throughout Arkansas as well. It's a state that understands the need and then wants to give back. So when you think about why this, to me, the people of Arkansas demonstrate that almost every day. You look at us as we are one of the most philanthropic states in the union. And it's not a surprise because there is a deep passion for helping one another, helping each other in the state. And as we think about Northwest Arkansas too, you think about the impact that we've been able to make in our community and the quality of life that many of us have here. But it doesn't stop. The needs don't stop. And United Way has always been there leading the way for us in so many ways in helping one another and helping so many of these wonderful nonprofits in Northwest Arkansas. So, it's the power of collective giving. It is not all about the big gifts. Certainly they make an impact, but when we come together and make our own contributions to help, together we make that difference. So again, thank you. Thank you for your interest in United Way and helping the University of Arkansas effort this year. I know we're going to be very successful. So thank you, Dean McCabe. So with that, I think I may be turning it back to you to talk more about our United Way, the impact of the United Way direct services and a couple of things happening there.
Right, yes, exactly right. And thank you so much for sharing your experience and perspective just on the collective impact that we can have together as a campus. And that's really what I'm going to do now is put into context for our listeners the ways that United Way has impact. But I'd be remiss if I didn't start with talking about their 211 helpline and the impact that COVID-19 has actually had on it. So next slide will show us that we have lots of opportunity to get help with housing, employment, healthcare, utilities, and free tax service assistance here in Northwest Arkansas, thanks to the 211 line. But let me put this in context for you. Last year, Northwest Arkansas's 211 line had 3,346 contacts. As of mid-year this year, statewide, 211 has had over 11,000 contacts. And so we know that we're up about 71% there, which really speaks to the need. And I also I think it's important that we acknowledge too that even people who don't necessarily or didn't think that they might have need, COVID has really brought that forward for them. So sometimes people who didn't even know that they might be calling 211 have had to do that because of where we are with the pandemic. And that's where I think we come with, now more than ever, being this year's theme. It's just so important to support our neighbors. I'd like to next talk a little bit about the community investment grants. You heard in the video, $2 million of investment for the 1921 grant cycle. That's 25 grant awards. And they go to local nonprofit organizations. And let me note something about those nonprofit organizations that may further put into context the importance of United Way, or what puts the United in way. It is that together, this collective pool helps organizations that may not actually have the infrastructure or the funding to have their own fundraisers, the Mark Powers of the world, the Tori Gaddys of the world that are out there advocating for that group. And so the United Way is actually able to fill that need and help them connect with philanthropy in this way. And some of the areas we've done that in the 19 through 21 grant cycle are parents as first teachers, quality out of school time, and developing self-sufficiency. All really key components, as you can probably see, of supporting youth and ensuring that they have the strongest start possible, even in areas and families where resources are limited, but that person still deserves to connect with really high quality support and service. And United Way allows that to happen. Now let's talk a little bit more in depth about the impact on children. And there's a great program that I'm going to talk about here. So over 2,700 children are taking part in a program that works to strengthen their school readiness skills. It's pretty funny. I heard a comedian the other night talking about how he did a kindergarten interview for a child, and the first question as they were doing this virtually was, what academic skills does your child have? And his thought was, I thought that's what you were going to do. And so we know that early childhood, that age 0 to 3 and then 3 to 6, really critical for foundation of school success. And 75% of families are reading more within their home because of the programs United Way offers. And let me just highlight the Dolly Parton Imagination Library Program. This program provides preschoolers with a library of books to encourage a love of reading and learning. From birth through age 5, young children receive free and carefully selected books in their mailbox every month. The books are selected from themes determined by the Dolly Parton Imagination Library Program. They include topics like repetition and predictability, science, and folk tales. And I hope each of you can reflect on the phone or on this call about the role that books had early in your life, whether it was the board book or the first young adult novel that really helped you engage with the world around you. Reading is important. And so this is amazing. Currently, over 15,000 books are mailed to children in Northwest Arkansas every year. And that really does support early literacy, language acquisition, and parent engagement. And so I think this is a really wonderful activity in Benton, Washington, Madison, and McDonald counties. Again, supported by what we can do and what we can contribute from the University of Arkansas community to the United Way. So let's move on to the next age group a little bit. So we have about 1,900 students in out-of-school programs year-round that focus on academic success and career paths. 53% of these students have improved their healthy behaviors, and 51% are developing soft skills. Something that I suppose in the university setting, we often look out in our classrooms and we hope to see soft skills. So this is one place they come from and very helpful. So I want to talk about a program that might be near and dear to my heart, which is Apple Seeds. Some of you know that my area of research and writing is food and agriculture law. And one of the reasons that I'm drawn to it is because I understand and appreciate how important food and nutrition and health is to young people. And what Apple Seeds does is it makes a deep and significant impact on the eating habits of children, especially those who are living in poverty or below livable wage income in their families. Apple Seeds offers the after-school program called Growing My Plate. And those are cooking classes that give youth the opportunity to step into a new environment of a farm where they harvest the ingredients, they learn how to cook, they take in social dining atmosphere and learn nutrition education. Think about all the things that happen in the Apple Seeds program. I know of nutrition classes that are the college level that do grocery store walkthroughs where people are not sure where the cantaloupe came from. And maybe not even sure that it is a cantaloupe, some kind of melon. Apple Seeds really helps students connect with where their food comes from. Maybe it offers them the opportunity to think about, maybe I could be a farmer. And then come to cooking classes. You learn about math, whether you like it or not, you're going to learn about the quantities, but you also learn that skill of food preparation, which we know is really important to healthy eating habits, and having the confidence to know that you can prepare a meal for yourself is really important. And again, when we talk about social skills, that ability to have community and share food with others and have good conversation and time to really enjoy others. So I just think that the Apple Seeds program is such a terrific example. And without United Way, I'm not sure that Apple Seeds would have as much impact and reach as it does. And so I think the next thing I wanted to talk about was really workforce readiness. Once you have gone through early learning and literacy, and then you've maybe experienced Apple Seeds, what might come next? We have 474 students taking part in programs that strengthen workforce readiness and provide skills that allow them to qualify for jobs with a living wage. And we know how important that is. We recognize not everyone will go on to higher education, but they should have the opportunity to have gainful employment that allows them to live above the poverty line. And CNA certification is just one example of this. And this is in the Lincoln Consolidated School District, where we have a career pathway to success program. It provides career opportunities with employment skills to prepare those young people for getting to the next level in their family, meaning can they move out of poverty and again into livable wage. And it also, by providing those skills, it shows that we as a community have confidence in young people, and we want to show them how to be successful. And the first step is programs like this that indicate we do have that confidence. It also enriches their ability to have relationships with adults and with each other that are responsible and respectful, supports their education. It may also remove a lot of barriers that exist. Again, we all know that living in poverty creates significant barriers, whether that's the financial barrier to accessing things basics like food, transportation, and healthcare, or whether it's having a different network, meaning that your family may not have the network that makes the young people in it feel like they can achieve beyond where they grew up, if that's of interest to them. And it's really an empowerment program that shows people that everyone, regardless of where they come from or what their circumstances are, has the potential to really contribute to society. It gets to self-worth, as I was just saying, motivation, and also attainment of a higher wage job, or perhaps the spark that gets you into that first job that makes you decide that you're going to go to NWAC, that makes you decide that maybe you're going to try the university, and before you know it, you have ascended a societal ladder that you didn't even know you could. And that's what programs like this do. And so I think that with that, I'd like to show you one more video clip about giving before I get into the details of our very own campaign here on campus.
Now more than ever, I give to United Way because my investment benefits our entire community, and the impact is multiplied when combining my gift with others. I also like the simplicity that I don't have to choose individual agencies, but through United Way, I get to support several agencies with one gift.
Great, thank you so much. And on to the next slide. We will talk about our own campaign. Most importantly, today's our kickoff. And again, I want to thank you for being here with us. And we will run from October 1st through October 31st. This year we have a more traditional schedule than we did last year. I do want to acknowledge too, though, in times of COVID-19, we're not sure how this whole campaign goes, but we definitely want to be talking about it and taking action on campus in the month of October. You'll see on the link there, unitedway.uark.edu. That is a very convenient click to donate, and that is part of the miracle of technology. I know cards are still appreciated in some places on campus, but many of us are on computers, and it's an easy way to check off, if it's what you'd like to do, a donation to go to the website. So of course, giving is helpful, but so is talking about what you've heard today, or supporting others who may say, oh yeah, I saw that newswire about United Way, but I'm not really sure what it means. You can direct them to this video, to the coordinators who are listed on the website who are trying to do outreach within units. I know this year one of the things that we feel is a loss is some of the traditional gatherings around United Way giving. So another thought for you is to be creative. If you value United Way and you know that perhaps this year your unit can't do a bake sale, what can you do to gather and find community around this campaign? And I want to again thank Christina Hinds for helping me learn. Last year I had the pleasure of being a co-director with Dean Matt Waller. And I've learned so much as someone who's new to Northwest Arkansas about what I just talked about, but the real commitment to community that's represented by United Way. So I turn it over to Christina, just if I've missed anything, and then we can take any questions if they're out there. Christina?
Thank you, Dean McCabe. I appreciate it, and appreciate the Alumni Association and Mark's team for coordinating today's Lunch and Learn, and it's a privilege for us to be a part of this. I know I've sat on several over the summer and learning more about parts of campus, so it's great to be able to now share what our work is in our community and the long-standing tradition that the University of Arkansas and the United Way partnership has been able to impact our local community. So just want to thank everybody for joining us today, and take any questions that anybody has specifically about this year's fall campaign.
Great, thanks, Christina. And with that, I would open the chat up. Please feel free to put your questions there.
looks like you explained everything so well. Nobody has anything to ask.
Thank you, Yusra. That may be it. And also, it is a beautiful day outside. I'm looking over my shoulder out the window. And yes, there is a way to watch this afterwards. It was been recorded and it will be posted on the Lunch and Learn series website of the Alumni Association. And Mary Kate, we've participated for 86 years, 86 years. And that, what a legacy of giving. That's terrific. So what I'd say to all of you is I hope that you can, usually these are an hour, but we didn't need that much time today. So that means that you get time to have that outdoor lunch, socially distanced, and just enjoy this October 1st beautiful sunshine day. I'd ask you, if you are in a position to give, to just take a few minutes before you head out the door to click on unitedway.uark.edu and help us kick off our campaign in a really strong way. Thanks again to Mark and the whole team that made this happen. I really appreciate the opportunity again to learn about how the United Way impacts our communities in Northwest Arkansas. As Mark said, it's an amazing place where people care and are deeply committed to one another. And this is one way we demonstrate that. And for 86 years, we've held up our end of the bargain, and this year is going to be another great year on that. So thank you all. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.